That's why she doesn't think it's about race. Because in her mind, she's like, if he was with a black woman that did everything I said and let me walk all over her and treat both of y'all like crap. No, so like I said, I'm not an extension of your son. I'm me. I'm me. So get with it. And I'm not gonna go high for racism. Period. I don't care how old the entity is that's spewing it. I'm not going high for that. We're going to get in the trenches. I'm not going high for nobody. Point blank period. I went high my whole life. So let us go low. Can you go down low? How low can you go? Can you drop it to the floor? Like, how low can we go? That's what I'm on right now. How low can we go? So yeah, you know, this isn't the kind of stuff that people love or dream to talk about, but I think I can help other people. Also, these are conversations that I tried to have or wanted to have with people before I took it to my YouTube platform and basically opened it up to conversation. And I will do that for any and everyone that I've ever known. Point blank period. If I come in contact with you and we have a disagreement and I ask you to hash it out, you and I, at the moment, so we can get it done, since you decided to start an argument, then let's finish the conversation so that I don't have to have any residual whatever. People don't want to do that. They want to have time to create their story. They don't want to debate you or have that pivotal conversation with you on your terms. They want to do it on their terms when they're ready. I don't have time for that. I'm going to do it when it happens. So if a problem arises, it needs to be handled ASAP. That's just my philosophy. So when it comes to my husband's family, they were given opportunity to be adults and to have adult conversation. They are led by their ringleader, his mother, and so they declined to have those conversations and be a part of that. And isn't it really sad? Like I've told all of my enemies and haters, feel free to set your cameras up and you can state your story. You can state your story about me. Like I'm not worried about that. The only thing his mother has ever said to us regarding our wedding marriage was, I wish I had a ring like yours. Okay. She absolutely, obviously didn't want us to get married because there's no relationship there. She didn't have to say it. It's clear with everything she ever said and did around me and regarding me. At the end of the day, like I told her, like, you know, I'm a guest in your home. I'm not an extension of your child for you to be talking to me like I'm your child. One foster mother that actually showed me kindness. I was explaining to her about how I don't have a relationship with my husband's family, and she was telling me how she's praying for that because, you know, she's an older black woman. So I don't know many older black women that don't pray. And I appreciated it. I appreciate her reaching out. You know, I just mentioned that I hadn't spoken to her in years. I have a lot going on. People have a lot going on. I know she has a lot going on. She has a huge family. It was no ill feelings at all. It's just people fall off. But I was glad to hear from her again. She was saying, you know, when they go low, we go high. No, I'm not Michelle Obama. I don't live in Elysium. Not yet. Sorry, but when I get my ticket, I'm out too. Okay? When I get my ticket to Elysium, I'll be out too. Okay? I will be on Elysium and I will be on the Elysium agenda. But until then, obviously, you know, she didn't want us to get married and whatnot. It just makes sense that she doesn't like me, right? I'm nothing like her. She's a controlling, manipulative individual. So I'm nothing like her. I'm not Italian. I don't know if that, you know. Her son and I have more in common than obviously she and I would or will ever have in common. We both went to private school, kindergarten through 12th grade. We both went to a same-sex private school in high school. We met at the same undergrad. We started dating. We were both in grad school. We have a lot in common education-wise. We don't do the same thing, but we understand discipline and the basics of good education. A lot of things that she doesn't have in common with him or us. I found it very egregious, her attitude towards me, given that I'm a very highly educated woman. You would think that she would be proud to have this person be a part of their family. But her racism, I mean, I think I feel more embarrassed to have you around. But okay, do whatever trolls have to do. See, unfortunately, my own extended family members, because that's how I'll refer to them from now on, came to my channel to send me hate when they don't send love, but came to my channel to send hate because I talked about something generally, why would I big you up? Well, you don't do shit in my life for me to big you up. That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry that y'all pissed somebody off that has a YouTube platform. I don't go around pissing people off that have YouTube platforms. Big, small, doesn't matter. You still offended. Big, small, doesn't matter. The video's still out there and you're still in your feelings, right? So if you're a person that big, small, doesn't matter, if someone with a YouTube platform talks about you, you're going to be offended. Why are you offending them? When my former foster mother had called, and I don't like saying that word, foster mother. I think it's an oxymoron, even though I do think she is one of the better foster parents out there. It's just my experience is most of the people in the foster care system are not motherly, and they don't deserve that title. They should be called like maybe foster supervisors. But this woman that I'm talking about absolutely does deserve that title. I'm just making a general note. Anyways, she was like, when they go low, you go high. And I appreciate her kind words and her just calling and looking out for me, because no one does. The coronavirus hit. As far as my family knows, they don't watch my YouTube channel, right? Unless they believe they're going to be in the video, and so they can run and thumbs down and say horrible comments. They don't watch my YouTube channel, so they don't know if I'm alive or dead. Coronavirus hit New York, hit the tri-state area. They don't know if I'm alive or dead. Me and my husband both work in the city, and no one checks up on us. And that's how it's been since we've been together. That's how it's been my whole life. And his family still checks up on him on the low. The last card his mother sent to the house was addressed only to him. That's not gonna win him back. You see what I'm saying, chick? Like, I'm not trying to win him, because I have him, because he's my husband. We've been together for 10 years. She be coming up on the scene out the cut like some jealous girlfriend from the past, fighting for her man. You can have him. If he wouldn't hang out with you, I'm the reason why he even spent any time with you when we first started dating. He was like, okay, whatever, that was my past. And a lot of men do that. So I guess she doesn't understand that, but that's something that men do. They dismiss their former families for their future wives. I told my husband not to do that. I don't think it's a good look. I don't think that's the greatest thing to do. But when we met, what she saw in me was a woman that was not going to bend to her. She wants to say it's not about race, because if my husband was with a black woman that did everything she said, she might pretend to like her. I don't care. I'm not doing everything you say. And you will never find a black woman out there like that. You just wouldn't. Not for you. Out of here. Are you kidding me? That's why she doesn't think it's about race. Because in her mind, she's like, if he was with a black woman that did everything I said and let me walk all over her and treat both of y'all like crap. No. Like I said, I'm not an extension of your son. I'm me. So get with it. And I'm not going to go high for racism. Period. I don't care how old the entity is that's spewing it. I'm not going high for that. We're going to get in the trenches. I'm not going high for nobody. Point blank period. I went high my whole life. So let us go low. Can you go down low? How low can you go? Can you drop it to the floor? Like, how low can we go? That's what I'm on right now. How low can we go? When my extended family members came to my channel and started spewing their hate because I generalized them in a few videos, but like I said, in a few videos, check all my videos. If y'all watched all my videos, y'all would see I talk about y'all all the time. You mean? Struggle bonds, you see it? Who do y'all think that is? Y'all's dumb as fuck if y'all sitting there thinking you're gonna be a fucking nuisance in my life, but I'm gonna do videos and never bring you up. Fuck out of here. Anyways, y'all been talked about. Anyone that I know has been talked about. Point blank period. Nobody else is in the comments acting like their feelings are hurt. Like, are y'all slow? I was like, for views? For what? For what? A lot of people do what I do in the hopes of maybe living someday where I live. Okay, I wouldn't say driving the car that I drive. We have a very modest car, but we'll be moving on to get a new one soon, I'm sure. But you know what I'm saying? In the hopes of living where I live, in the hopes of eating how I eat, in the hopes of doing what I do. So no, it's not for that. I'm already here. Come on, already there. Take a look around. I'm already there. There's nothing for me to do to get to ba ba ba. Y'all trying to get to where I'm at. All right? You was never in my tax bracket. All right? I'm trying to get in my tax bracket. All right? I kept checking for the stimulus check. Okay? I wanted one. I didn't get one. All right? And that's fine. So, yeah. What she saw was someone that she wasn't going to be able to toss around and manipulate and use and abuse like she does everyone else in her life, which is why there are very few people in her life. So that's what happened. That's what happened there. That's why she didn't want us to get married. That's why she didn't want us together, period. She wants the control. And that's fine. But watch your mouth. That's fine. Like, you want control. I get it. It's not going to happen over here. So what do you do now? Moving on. That's it. Move along. See you guys making fun of that stallion, that horse. What you call him? Horseman? The New Zealand horseman that said he didn't want to date black women, right? Who cares? Who cares? Do black women want to date him? I haven't seen a lot of black women putting posts out with that guy and saying, hey, I want to date that guy. So who cares? It's being pointed out more and more that it's not a good look. I've said it a million times in my videos. It's not a good look to be on social media begging dudes. Y'all rather beg these dudes to be with y'all than just go be with a dude that wants to be with you. Plenty of guys like black women. It may not be a guy that you anticipated liking or wanting to be with. Do black women date people out of pity? And that's why y'all expect people to do the same in reverse? Like, are y'all dating? I don't never date nobody out of pity. I'm just gonna keep it funky. I know somebody that, and I've known plenty of chicks who the dudes they date, they breast stink. The dudes they with, they breast stink. And this chick was saying, I recognized that his breast stained for like 5 years and I was still with him for like 5 years. What? So y'all be dating people out of pity and then you're mad that someone doesn't want to date you out of a sense of pity. Why would you want somebody to date you out of a sense of pity? Why are you dating people out of a sense of pity? Why you do that? Like, why you do that? Don't do that. People need to learn how to be single. I was single for a very long time. Very, 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 very long time. And one day I will tell you guys the story about all of that as well. That is a bit of a story as well, because there was a lot of conversation that people would have around my sexuality because of my choice to not date. I chose to not date. I didn't want to date anyone that I didn't feel safe around or I didn't feel had my back. And I wasn't feeling that. My standards are very high for loyalty, for respect, higher than anyone's I've ever met. Higher than anyone's I've ever met. And so some people might say, well, that's irrational. But I disagree. So those standards remain. My standards for loyalty and respect remain. And not everybody can meet that. So that's why I completely understand why I would have to be single. Because what can you do? You can't make people get to your level. I think people really need to start understanding solitude. It's a perpetual state. No matter who you have in your life, who you're dating, who you give birth to, nothing can save you from yourself. All right, well, that's it. It's got a little dark towards the end there. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.